Incredibly disturbing story. Just months after the Aurora shooting and the shooting of the Sikhs and so many other of these shootings, and just days after in Portland, Oregon, we had the shooting at the Clackamas Town Center with another mass gunman. This is incredible. We now are learning that at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut, students are among the victims. We are now being told that there have been 27 dead, including 18 dead children and others wounded by a gunman who went in, apparently 24 years old, carrying 4 weapons, wearing black clothing and a bulletproof vest. He is dead, according to authorities. People are investigating now whether there is a second shooter involved. Unconfirmed reports say that the principal and a school psychologist have been killed, according to a parent who witnessed part of the attack. CBS reports that a student's father was the actual shooter. Now, we've got to get ready now because this now has to be considered something that seriously needs to be looked at. I just got off of doing an interview with a right-wing radio host who wanted to talk about this, and right away he was talking about, well, listen, some countries have done well by putting armed people in schools. Okay, now I have to be totally honest. When I was in high school, there was a school police resource officer. He did have a gun. Presumably, if something like this happened, he would have maybe been able to run to the classroom where it was happening if he was even able to ascertain where that was. But again, when we think about someone with 4 weapons starting to open fire on children, do we really know that lives will be saved if the teacher has a gun? Or will maybe we just get a shootout? The same thing, and there will be crossfire and people dying. Same thing applies with the Batman shooter in Aurora, Colorado. People saying, including the NRA and other right-wingers, well, if more people in there had guns, maybe the shooter would have been able to be shot dead quickly. A firefight in a dark room, is that really the solution? We have to look at other options. I have a really good email from a Midwestern gun owner who likes his guns but is very reasonable about what really makes sense to have, talking about assault weapons and a number of other things. We need to open up the paradigm. This left-right paradigm that's been created where Bob Costas says, talks about gun control, and then the NRA says, well, Jovan Belcher's girlfriend should have had a gun. The only way women can be safe in this country is if they are not only have a firearm, but are carrying it with them when just hanging out at home with their kid and boyfriend. That can't be the answer. I reject the idea that more guns are the answer, but we can't deny this is becoming something that is almost it's almost like a fashion. We have this is like it's almost like a popular clothing item. The idea of the mass shooting now with firearms is becoming more and more popular. It's incredible to use the term popular, and we've got to figure out what's going on here.